Hello everyone, and welcome to my YouTube tutorial. My name is Innocent, and on today's episode I'll be teaching you bar charts, pie charts and histogram. So by the end of this video you'll be able to understand how to use each of these powerful charts step by step. So let's get started. So on my table here I have a category of items, which is the rent, food, transport, internet and entertainment, and in this column here I have the amount. So let's assume we want to represent this data into pie charts. So here we are going to highlight the whole of the data set, then click on the insert column, then click on the chart available here. Now if you notice this section here, this is the recommended chart. So Excel will automatically recommend some charts for you that you can use to represent your data. However, for the sake of this video, I'm going to be specifically selecting the chart I want to use. So let's cancel here, click on the insert once again, then come here. Here you would see the list of available ones that you can easily use as the quick view. So here is the pie chart. So click on this section. We have the 2D, 3D and the donut style. So I'm going to go with the 2D style. So with just a click, you can easily present your data at a go. So if you look at the representation here you can see the rent, the food, the transport and the internet, just as you have presented in this part here. And here you have the amount segmented with separate color. So here we can easily edit our data. Now this picture here is the chart element. We can easily toggle this to hide the legend. We can do this to bring it out. You can also click on this part here to insert the numbers on the chart itself. You can always come back here to remove that. Now this portion here is called the style and color section. So here we have different formats that can be used for your representation. So I'm going to go with the default, just like we have here. So here with this selection is going to automatically highlight the category and also the amount for me. Now if you come here, this is the filter section. So here you can decide to choose which of the data you want to represent. Let's assume I want to only show food item, the food, transport and internet without having other data present on the chart. So I can come here, food, transport and internet, then click on apply. So automatically it's going to reduce my presentation to just 3 information. So let's assume I want to specifically mention some data and then exclude the rest. So you can use this feature here to highlight the ones that you prefer at a go. So let's come back to this section here. So here we have the section that is segmented. So here we can easily adjust this by dragging. This can be adjusted by dragging and then moving around. For instance, you can come here and increase the size. You can come here and also adjust the data presentation. You can also reduce it as well. So if you click on this section, if you double click on the chart itself, you can decide to change or adjust the angle of slice. For instance, if I bring up this bar like this, it's going to automatically rotate the angle. Okay, I'm going to go back to the default. And if you come here and adjust this section here, it's going to reduce the slice. Okay, so if you can see here, the data is looking a little bit funny. So let me return it back to the default. So these are just the practical explanation of how the pie charts work. So let's go to the next section, which is the bar chart. The bar chart can be used to compare values between different categories. For instance, you want to understand which product is sold the most and which product is sold the least and which one can be easily compared to each other. So in front of me here is the table containing the product and sales of some items. Here we have laptop, phones, tablets and headsets. So to add the bar chart, you need to highlight the table, click on the insert, then here we have the bar chart. So click on it. We can present it in separate manner. So let's go with the 2D presentation. So automatically at a click, the chart is going to appear. So automatically we can see that we have the sales here and then we have the product category here, which is the laptop, phones, tablets, headset and charger. So and on this vertical section here is the equivalent amount in sales. So just like the previous pie chart, we can always come here to edit the grid lines. We can, if we want to add the legend, we can add or remove. We can always add the trade lines. Okay, this is just if you want to maneuver your presentation just to suit your data. Now here we can decide to have separate styles for it. Okay, so if you look at this is one of the styles, this is another style, so you can choose the one that is applicable to your presentation. So let's just go with this part here. We have the color section, so you can decide to change the color of your data. Let's say I click on this, it's going to change it to this color. You can go like this, so to suit your style. So here you can easily edit the information here. Let's assume you want to put this one here as category. You can easily come here and then adjust the data here. So here it will automatically change the information here as well. So the next category is the histogram. So in front of me here is the list of a table containing students and score. Now the histogram can be used to show distribution of number sets, and it also groups numbers into ranges that is called bin. And let's say for instance you want to present this data via histogram. So you can always come here, click on the insert section. Okay, here you can click on the more column, then look for histogram. So we have a lot of data sets here. However, for the sake of this video, I'll be going with the most common and the basic charts that you can use to express your data. So click on this section here and click on OK. So by default, the Excel is going to give you a default bin number and category that can be used to present the data. So it's not left for you to decide how you want to edit it or present it just to suit your audience. Now, if you can look at the table here, the list number for the category 1 for S1, that's student 1, is 40, while the highest score is 95. So from the interpretation here, Excel automatically grouped it, that is from 40 to 58, it automatically grouped the data. Then from 58 to 76, 76 to 94, now 94 to 112. Now, if this does not suit your style, you can always come to this part here, the horizontal section of the screen, of the chart rather, right click on Format Axis. So here you can decide to categorize or space out your score, your data based on how you want it to present it. Now, for instance, if you look at the nature of this data, I'm going to space it out in a number in tens, that is from 40 to 50, 51 to 60, 61 to 70 till the data set is complete. So I can always come to this part here, the bin width, then adjust this to 10. The moment I do this, it's going to space it out for me just like this. So here I have 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, and the likes. So here is going to give me, so if you look at the interpretation here, from 40 to 50, we have only one student, just like the S1, has a range of 40 to 50. Now from 50 to 60, if you count it, we have 3. That is 3 students add the score between 50 to 60. Now from 60 to 70, we have 5. So 5 students add the score between 60 to 70. Okay, so just as previously explained, you can always edit your data. If you come to this part here, you can decide to choose the style that suits your presentation. Okay, here are different templates that you can choose from. Okay, so let me use this, or let me use this as the presentation style. Then the color, you can always adjust your color based on your preference. So I'm going to go with this color, with this. Okay, nice. So that is about histogram. Now there is a pro tip I would like to add to this tutorial. Now let's say you want to group the data yourself, that is, you want to present the data in this format 40 to 50 without using the comma. So I'm going to show you a very interesting style that you can use to represent your data just like histogram. However, without using this format, you can always use the 40 to 50 PDCT to make your data very clean and presentable. So I'm going to change this back to the original set. Good. Now I'm going to categorize this based on the number. This is going to be done manually before I represent it using a data. Okay, so just follow along. So this section here contains the score. So this has been grouped in group of 10, that is 40 to 50 down to 91 to 100. So here is the frequency of which the grouping has occurred. So I'm going to add a simple formula here to automatically group the data based on the number of appearance. So here I'm going to use the count. So here I'm going to edit the cell one after the other. I'm going to edit the formula one after the other so it can count and give me the accurate results. Here I'm going to change this 51 then to 60. Then here I'm going to adjust it to 61 to 70. 61 to 70. So here I've been able to categorize the data based on the frequency in which they occurred. So I'm going to represent this just to suit the histogram style, still giving you the same feel and experience, however in a more presentable manner. Okay, so here let me give it the section table. Then I'm going to come here, click on insert, just follow along. Then the charts, I'm going to come here, then click on column, then let me choose this, then okay. So let me expand the screen here so you can see the presentation. Okay, good. So here we have this presentation just like we want it. So here you can see the category here. I'm going to expand this so it can be very clear and explanatory. So from 40 to 50 we have 1, from 51 to 60 we have 3, like that till 91 to 100 we have 2. So if you compare this table to this table, it's almost giving the same explanation, however different presentation. So to make this suit this experience, we can always double click on the chart style, then adjust this to 0, press OK. Good. So this way we can easily express our data based on the performance. So you can always come here as well, then change the style just like this. We can always add this style, choose any preferred style that you want. I'll still be going with the default style that I used earlier on. So that's it. So by now I believe you have been able to understand how to use bar charts, pie charts and histogram, okay, and also the best type of charts to use for separate presentation. For instance, if you want to compare categories, bar chart is the best option to use. And if you're trying to show percentages, you're supposed to use pie chart. And for data presentation, showing distributions of number, showing distribution of series and sets, then histogram is your best bet. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe while I see you in the next video.